Anyway, here's this prologue that I have written for you. So tonight's prologue takes place in a well-lit, immaculately organized workshop. The room appears to be almost exactly square, with a series of workbenches and tables aligned with one another across the floor. Most of the south-facing wall is occupied by a wide paneled door, like a garage door, a small rectangular window, and a typical upright door to the far left. The other three walls are lined with tools, collapsible benches, simple weapons, sawhorses, crystals, and other various magical items. You can hear murmuring outside the south wall and a soft rattling sound within the lock of the left-hand door. Shortly after, that door is opening as three figures walk in slowly. The first one is easily recognizable. Gael drops his hood as he enters. Following behind him are a man and a woman, both with pale blue skin and lavender-colored hair. On entry, the man speaks in hushed tones. I thought they would already have been here. Seating himself at the table near the back, Gael turns around and says to the man, Well, they're not. They've never been known for being on time. They've been late before. The man scoffs at this. He looks back at Gael. Not on a night as important as this. That's why we met in their shop. And you watch as these three sit in the workshop for nearly half an hour. Gael is very still, eyes focused on the door. The woman tinkers with a few things on the side wall, and the other man paces back and forth, clearly anxious. The left door opens finally, and another recognizable face enters. Pale and out of breath, Marawil can barely get out the word Gael before the other three rush to her. They're gone, Gael. The event happened on the eastern coast, and the two of them didn't see it coming. Four figures stand, stunned, in silence, all wondering how to mourn their friends in this moment. The blue-skinned man breaks the silence. You know he'll come here next. We must go. Leave their note for the boy and run. From out of his cloak, Gael pulls a brown envelope. You three head out. I'll hide this and deal with Visick. He shakes their hands. Parting ways, Marawil and the others exit the building. Gael looks around and runs his fingers across the name on the front of the envelope. My only hope is that this is worth so many sons losing their parents. I'm so sorry, Vern. And we're back in real time.
Oh, shit.
Interesting.
Uh-oh. So here we are in the forest. Who would like to recap from last week?
I'm about halfway through last week's episode again today.
Well, you can recap halfway.
Yeah, it started off with seeing what Eric and Vern were doing. Eric is potentially the world's best house builder. 5 days, 5-day guarantee. Long story short, with that, after a lot of back and forth, I believe it was kind of came to a conclusion that it was about the herbalism kit and basically collecting materials. And the idea was Eric would have the capability to start gathering stuff as antitoxins, I believe.
I think he wanted antitoxin and health potions.
Yes, the materials essentially for that stuff as he goes to different areas. Excuse me. And I believe that the shop owner lady, who's not Nancy,
Not Nancy. I don't know why that was stuck in my head last week.
Helen, I believe. Helen
Mirren.
Yeah, I
Game
can't remember.
Helen
If she,
Mirren.
yeah, I think she provided like I don't know if it was just like information or what it was to help him along his journey, and maybe I'm making that up.
I can't
I
remember
think
if I gave you an actual list of things. Do you remember, Brad?
Yeah, so on your and I, specific Eric's text channel, he gave me a Google Drive document for potion brewing and ingredient gathering.
Sorry, specifically from not Nancy, from Helen. Did she
Yeah.
give Eric anything? Let's just say she did. She'll give you just a list of ingredients to look out for.
For the black mold or just oh, canonically this ingredients. Gotcha.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry,
I have
continue,
a journal.
Billy.
I have a journal then or a manual.
Yeah, the idea being it's like, hey, here, I'll give you some information or maybe help you along your way, and then eventually you'll find something so I can not demolish my house. And we can get rid of this black mold. Vern was off doing Vern things with important people. Uh, more more in particular, he went to go establish go convene with a contact in the city in regards to his railway system. Establish contacts there. The back and forth about the rat was fucking phenomenal. I believe the rat was a is it like a bar or something?
It's a dock for
Yeah.
Dock.
ships.
Yeah, and
It's called the rat.
It was yeah, it's called the rat. But anyways, yeah. Turns out
Owning
him and his I don't remember if it was specified, but him and his partner were swingers and knew the jeweler that we were just previously at.
Yeah.
And long story short, I believe that went over well for Vern. I can't remember the exact outcome.
I got a sponsor, a little copper medallion. That I wrote
Yeah, that's
down.
right. It was a coin, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep. So things went well for Vern. And so we reconvened. Eventually, we ended up at the bunker, gave Marwell the 6-hour-old Eggs Benedict, which we politely ate a bite of. And trying to think what else I got to. We began basically planning, like, what the fuck are we going to do? That's where I stopped short, but I'm pretty sure we continued to talk about that for about 2.5 hours. Like, what are we going to do? And then eventually Brackle started sending messages. Shit hit the fan. Zetha was alive, but was kind of, we're like, whoa, okay, where the fuck is he at? Then we got a hold of Wraith, and that didn't go well.
Sure didn't.
Nope. And then there was some good conversations to be had about like, you know, like you know, I know Urzok brought it up, and it was like, the value of a life. I believe it was like, the whole Wraith thing really kind of got gears turning between the group, which was really cool. Then Dez and Flynn busted in. We're like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Go, 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 go.
And then we said, who the fuck is our Vantis? And went through a portal.
I'm so happy with how it all worked out. It was such a great session from my standpoint. I hope it was for all of you too. But I still am so surprised with where you ultimately decided to go, and it's so great.
Yeah, it was definitely very heavily like Z-Flow, and then we like kind of started weighing our options, and then shit hit the fan with Wraith. We're like, oh fuck, like maybe we should look at this approach a little bit differently. Like, what is the influence of casters here and here and here? Kind of swung very much in the middle towards the end. And we went not to Cassis. I don't have a map. We went to the south, correct?
Near?
You did.
Near.
You went to the
Near?
south. You are right down here, just
Yeah.
south of the Gulf of Talos.
We also went through the portal and saved a. It was a furbolg, I believe.
It was a Furbolg, yes.
Don't remember the gender.
Who knew Brackle?
Yep, and at the very end, it was the Pikachu shocked face moment, where it was like Brackle was like, oh,
What?
Brackle's X, what it is.
The only thing I have to add is that Luna and Solia were coaxed into coming with us
Yep.
so that we could at least test the potential of using this orb that we have to send people back right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yep. Yeah. Because I didn't realize that this was a thing, but maybe I just didn't realize it. But Luna was losing their power or something to that extent, being
Yes.
Yeah.
in this world. So
Yes. So
Is
now,
Luna a dream person? Was that the race was? The like dream people?
yes, Luna and Solia are both Kalishtar.
Oh shit, that's it.
So they are linked by the Kori, the dream spirit.
Ori?
Quori, Kori. Kalishtar are so cool.
yeah, we pretty much brought. I don't know if we have this individual's name yet, but basically gave her the old one hit point lay on hands technique,
Yeah. Yep.
and
Most of you don't know her name.
yeah, except for Brackle.
Mm-hmm.
I know everything.
Cool. How do you guys want to proceed? I believe that you healed her and pulled her out of the river, and she's now sitting on the bank with Urzok and Teth and Vern. And the last thing that happened was she looked up and said, "Brackle."
I'm trying to turn and face Brackle as he's wiping the vomit off of his face.
So,
God, that's right.
I can't find my
level of exhaustion.
fucking backstory paper.
I guess.
I've been looking for it for like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I want to see
Why
the
don't you-
repercussions of you not recognizing her. She'll be so upset with you.
It's about to be real. It's about to be real here.
Did those 6 years mean nothing, Brackle?
Yeah. We were engaged.
Who are you?
We had a puppy together.
I was
We
drunk.
shared children. Yeah.
I was drunk for a little while there. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. I think I'm looking at the wrong thing.
I would say Teth would try to help this. Was it a woman? Is it identifiable?
Yeah.
He would try to help her up and kind of right her and maybe
Where's
take her away
the-
from the
No.
edge of the cliff.
Wrong.
That's fair.
And then just kind of open a path for the two of them to, talk, because it's clearly, obviously, hey, this person is Brackle. I'm just a big robot person who doesn't know them. They probably don't make them feel very comfortable, so they should probably engage with the person they know.
I may have to have a side chat with Bartlos.
Okay.
Yeah,
Real
go hop on one real quick.
Okay.
The exact conversation is gonna go, who the fuck is this?
I really wanted that to just be who are you again?
Yeah. Yep. And in between vomiting and cleaning yourself up. Forgot Brackle had car sickness. motion sickness.
So I found a character from Game of Thrones that Teth reminds me of.
Yeah.
If you've watched Game of Thrones far enough and you see the mountain,
Yeah. Yep.
Gregor Clegane, like he eventually gets like basically like stabbed in the gut with real close to dying.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of brought back as like this big zombie, but he actually reminds me of like Bane from that '90s Batman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who's that dude? The Tim Burton Bane, maybe, or. But anyway,
I was thinking the animated one.
no, like the live action one, the fact that he's just like
Dude, all I know is that the
a
guy who
brick
plays the
wall.
mountain is a big motherfucker. I don't remember how big he is, but I remember he is a very large human.
Hmm.
God, and I have to look it up.
So actually, I think Crowbar's going up north to be claimed King of the North.
He is 6'9". I don't want to know how he got so big. I just want to know how big he is. Yeah, he's 400 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's a fucking big man. The big boy. Very much like, fucking powerlifter size.
Strong man.
Yep. Or, yeah, strong man. Yep.
Yeah, like
Strongman.
ESPN2 World Strongman Competition. The Ojo.
He can almost deadlift 1,000 pounds. A lot of weight.
Deadlift?
Yeah.
I think we could throw the four of us on a bar, and he would
Yeah.
deadlift us.
Yep. Yep. It's a lot of weight. Oh yeah, that picture that you put up there, Billy. That definitely.
Yeah. He said Bane, and I was like, yeah, totally.
Yep.
Oh, hey.
Anticipation is killing me. Who is this stranger?
My bad.
Oh yeah.
That's on me.
Donnie, that's exactly it.
It's gonna be funny when Andrew now knows who it is and is still gonna be like, "Who are you again?"
Who are you again? This is the robot version.
This is
Mm-hmm.
what happened to you? Everybody else, this is actually a former Tithes champion in general. This is the Wisp.
She's not a general, but she.
She
declined
okay,
to-
that's right. She declined to be
She's the
general.
one that declined being a general, but she was
Former
a
Tithe
Tithe
champion.
That is correct.
Yes. This is the Wisp.
And she'll still kind of shocked that you all are here. These transports don't hold much traffic, so for this many creatures to pop through all at the same time, in a time of need is like it's like 1,000,000 to 1 chances. So she's just like taking all of this in. So she'll just kind of wave from the ground and just say, "Hey, hey, everybody."
What happened?
Well, I was foraging, and Brackle, there's a problem in the wilds. Do you know about this?
We all know of there's a problem on the whole continent.
Well,
What's your problem here?
I don't know what's going on there. Maybe talk to Gael for the specifics on that. But we've been seeing more of the beasts from the wilds being pushed north and pushed south, and they're destroying the forests. I was gathering some different ingredients, and out of nowhere, a huge monster came and started chasing me through the trees. And that's never happened before. Usually these are relatively calm forests.
It's not like for somebody to get the better of you either.
It's
Are
not like
these
me to even be seen in the forest.
Have you seen these beasts before, or are they unknown to you?
I've never seen anything like this before. It's like a big collection of boulders that makes up a giant body. It must have been 20 feet tall, 30 feet tall, taller than most of the trees.
Can Eric do like a nature check?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Uh, 19.
With a 19, Eric, that's probably just outside of your realm of expertise. You have not heard of something with those uh, um, that type of description exactly, but with the way that she could kind of go further into its movements and it kind of like its habits based on the size, you would definitely know that it's some type of elemental creature bound by arcane magic.
As you're older than all of us, uh, maybe except Teth, but
It's
have
true.
you seen this before? I'm assuming that this has to do with our problem as well.
Des he'll look over at Flynn and they'll kind of share a glance real quick. And he'll look back at the party and he'll say, "Seen in person, I've never seen anything like that with my own two eyes. But I spent enough time in the library to read about things like this possibly happening. I'll talk to you guys about cloud bursts, yes?
Mm-hmm.
If enough of them happen in a concentrated area, or if people try and make them happen, force them to happen, uh, naturally occurring magic can be expounded many times. And then that's when things get dangerous like that.
Is it
Well, if
like Wild Surge? Or
Yeah, as
Yeah. Mhm.
100 times. Uh, yeah, like a massive wild search.
Herzog's gonna walk up to the wisp and offer some healing. Do a cheeky cure wounds if she's accepting.
I think I'd look at the kind of the whole group and
At 4 points of healing. And then he's gonna say, you say they've gone north. Do you do you know how far they've made it?
And she'll say, I haven't had a chance to convene with the general from that region, with Hargrave. But I would imagine pretty close to Farinth. I know that that's close to your home. But it's spreading out in all directions. If I had to pinpoint something close to an epicenter, it would be middle to western area of the wilds.
I think
The
that's
wilds itself is really, really large. Like
It's pretty
a
big, yeah.
gigantic portion of the continent itself.
It's a significant portion of the center of the continent, yeah.
Okay, so we're talking like miles, miles, dozens of miles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's significantly bigger than any city and just the capital city is a couple miles wide, so it's pretty giant.
Wait, she said some of these things got all the way up to Farinth?
Close. I mean, if they can get all the way down here, they can get all the way up there.
So she doesn't think that they were originated within the wilds? Or oh wait, the wilds are up there. So not within the forest.
No. So what are you
We're-
asking? Now
Wait,
now
are-
I'm confused.
Sorry. Are we in the Drumwind Forest?
You are in the Drumwind Forest right now.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess I
On
misunderstood. She was saying there's these rock things that are coming south to the Drumwind Forest from the
Yes.
wilds.
They are originating in the wilds and pushing outwards.
Okay. I was
What,
messed up.
Donnie, were you healing because she looked real beat up, or does she look beat up?
And we just
Yeah.
brought her back alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was straight up
Okay, I missed
unconscious
that.
in the river.
Can I also cure wounds?
Sure.
Okay. So I'll have to
Do
roll a
do,
D8.
do better than I did.
Well, the thing is, I have a +8, so I don't know how you just did 4, unless you did a
Because
different spell that I'm thinking.
I don't have a +8.
Okay. So I did 5, so +8, 13.
Okay. Awesome.
A fucking fighter, Brad. Okay, I'm doing my best out here.
No, I was just wondering, like, +8. Okay.
Urzak will kind of noticeably have concern on his face, and he'll say to the wisp, "Well, Hargrave's been absent from Farinth for better part of a week now, so she's not been there."
And that will kind of ease her mind a little bit. And she'll say that makes a lot of sense. There are a couple of the generals that I keep pretty constant contact with. I totally forgot that this was the week of the funeral. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. All of them being absent.
Perhaps somebody's seeking opportunity in their absence.
As you say that, Urzak, could everybody make a perception check, please?
You read my mind, Michael Barlos.
Natural 1. For a
Hey.
1.
I got you covered, baby.
He's really
Natural
distraught.
20.
He's really
Oh,
upset
roll.
about this.
Gonna roll for Dez. Pretty good. And Flynn. Not very good. Then rolled a 2. Dez rolled in 18. Nice.
Man, I thought I rolled
Solia,
good with my
also
natty
not
19.
good.
It's 31.
Yeah.
Beastly.
Ooh. So, well, not better than Brackle.
You got
Michael's a
expertise,
perceptive fellow.
Brackle.
Yeah.
Luna
and perception.
also nat 20'd it. For a 23. So Luna, Dez, Teth, and Brackle, and the Wisp likely. You would all hear. You'd actually feel it first, more vibration in the ground. Feel like really like undertones, like sub bass, very far off, just. I don't know if that's coming through,
Mhm.
but just really deep footprints far off in the distance. And as you are kind of, stopping to listen to this, you can start to hear rustle of branches up in the sky. This would be probably just Brackle and Teth at this point. You'd be able to hear strained chirping from various birds, and you'd be able to hear their wings flapping, and you'd even see up in the breaks in the canopy of the trees birds flying towards you, over your heads, past you.
So they're flying to the south of us, like away.
They're flying. So you guys are right here.
Mhm.
The sound is coming from this way, and the
Ah.
birds are flying toward you, like
Oh, okay.
towards the east or towards the west. This way.
Yo, that's a fucking loud thing, Michael Barlos.
Yeah.
So-
So that's the,
Matt-
so I wanted to put it further away so you could see the ping. It's definitely closer to you. It's just in that direction. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, just imagine how
Is it-
loud it would be if you were right up onto that thing. Just
Every eardrum
exploding.
burst.
Yep.
Yeah.
You thought meeting Talos was loud. Wait till you
Yeah.
hear this rock monster.
This
No,
fucking
it's probably
harass.
it's probably right up here. It's like
Okay.
a mile off or so,
So it's east of us. Okay.
just east of you guys.
Des, can you fly up and get an eye on anything directly east from here? I think we'll need to move south. Teth.
Yeah. So Des will oblige, and he'll ask if anybody would be interested in coming up with him for a second set of eyes.
Eric will raise his hand.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. So Des will, with your permission, grab hold of your torso, and you will be launched up into the air. Make a con save for me, Eric.
can I not wild shape instead?
I mean, you can.
Still gotta make the con save though.
If you,
Yeah, I'll just wild
If-
shape while he's grabbing me.
Into a larger animal. Make it harder
That's
for
what
him.
I thought he meant. I thought he was like, "Does anyone else fly?" I thought it was that, not like, "Is he gonna
no,
do it?"
Des would offer to carry somebody up in the air
All right, because that wasn't.
for a second
I
set of
didn't
eyes.
understand that.
Sorry, I forgot that you were a
was gonna
druid and you
wild-
could do that.
I was gonna wild shape.
Okay,
No,
then
I'll
he
ju-
will not.
I
he
won't
will not
wild
do that.
No. Let's go with it. But I'm not,
Okay.
because my con save's pretty good.
Okay.
It's 29.
Oh yeah, and that wouldn't have been a detrimental save anyway. Yeah, you're totally used to changing into animals all the time and being around nature, so this type of thrusting up into the altitude does not phase you at all. So you are up in the air, and as you're kind of hovering right at the tree line, you can see what appears to be a giant head. It looks like it has the indentations in this collection of stones for eyes, like eye sockets, empty eye sockets, and a stone protruding out of the front, like a nose, and it is walking towards you. You can only see like this much above the tree line.
So you said there's eye sockets, but no eyes.
No eyes.
I don't know this creature still, even after seeing it.
Make another nature check,
Or nature
or make a survival check actually
survival. Okay.
with advantage.
With advantage.
Now that you're looking at it,
Herzog just turns over. He's like, "What's going on? Is something going on right now?"
Where to begin?
He's still caught up on Eric showing him up with the cure wound spell. I'm so mad that I couldn't do that as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with a 22, you would surmise that this is some type of arcane powered golem of sorts.
Okay, so kind of what I thought earlier.
Yeah, like a big overpowered stone golem.
Yeah, now I've narrowed it down from elemental to golem.
Yeah.
And this thing's really, those trees are approximately how high, and so then this thing's a few feet above those.
15 feet, 20 feet, and the face is sticking out of the top. So you'd, if you were doing quick math with that same check, you would be able to assume at least 30 feet tall, if not, give or take a couple feet here and there.
Okay, and then I'd also, before coming back down with Dez, do the quick math on maybe his speed towards us and the distance that he currently is away.
What check do I want you to make for that?
Math check.
Yeah, I would say brain check.
Kinematics
Sanity check. I am going to have you make. I'm going to have you make another perception check
Yeah.
at disadvantage, but if you have any advantage based on sound or sight, you can roll a straight roll.
Let's see.
See, if you would have wild shaped, you'd have that advantage, right?
Depending on the animal, yeah.
Yeah.
I think any
I was
bird you wild
right.
shape into probably has that.
Probably.
Like woodland animals, you could climb up a tree and see. A little squirrel Eric doing math in his head.
Well, I don't have advantage, but I do have like keen senses trait. It's like proficiency and perception skill.
Well, that just adds to your modifier, so you're gonna get that regardless.
All right, so let's try disadvantage then. All right, so 16.
With a 16, you'd probably guess that it could be in your position within 3 to 5 minutes if it continues on its path like this.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it's going very fast, but its stride is huge.
I wonder if I should have asked Dez for his perception. I don't know.
Dez strangely does not have very great perception. For a bird ranger that
It's
can
literally
fly.
a hawk or falcon or whatever.
Yeah. Basically a falcon that should be able to see for
Thinking of,
miles and
like,
miles.
From Falco from Star Fox, he has like glasses, but they actually are just blinders.
I think Dez does give off pretty strong Falco energy. Except he can fly. And he has arms and wings.
Like lasers from his spirit bow thing. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Are we descending, Eric?
I would say so. Yeah.
All right. Dez is going to come back down with Eric. And you can kind of give people the lowdown if you want.
Well, then he's just got to go. I guess one last thing. He wouldn't want to go. He's just He's just got to go through forest. Is there any obstacles that
You wouldn't be able to tell from the top of the tree line because you can't see down into the trees. But this river may be one of the first obstacles it comes across.
This river? Gotcha. Okay. So I'll just communicate to the timetable we have with all the rest of the party. I'll tell them.
Urzak's gonna run up to Solia and Luna.
Okay.
And pretend like he's super informed of the situation and he has so much more insight. Yeah. Seems that there's danger on the way. Perhaps you two should head back for now. We can come find you after we've dealt with the immediate danger.
Solia will immediately heed that and start like pulling on Luna's sleeve to go back through the door, and Luna will resist. He will project into your mind, Urzak, very broken, common. What's the danger?
Seems some kind of monster. I don't exactly know. You like lean over to Dez. What was it again?
Big rock monster. Big rock monster.
Big rock monster.
Yeah.
Like 50 feet tall, huge.
More like 35, but still very big. Way
Very-
bigger than any of us. And now even the people that failed that first perception check can start to hear it. Feel it in the ground for sure. Everybody can. But you can start hearing those deep footsteps. They are definitely getting closer, along with the rustle of the trees.
Does everybody?
Go ahead, Trent.
Go ahead, Eric. You're the expert on stone creatures, so I will happily defer to you. I was going to suggest we hide because it sounds very large and very scary.
Yeah, we can hide, but I'd also want to kind of ready a guiding bolt within 120 feet to.
I will allow you to do that if you can give me a very specific trigger.
Isn't the point of hiding so it doesn't find us?
Maybe we're trying to see if it is
I
following
was-
us or just
I was
coincidentally
just
going
going to say that.
our direction.
Or do you want
can't-
to surprise attack it?
I was like, we can't hide. We can't hide and just let it continue. But you're talking about ambushing, not hiding and letting.
Well, I
it
meant hiding
pass.
in case
Oh,
it just
yeah.
walks over us and we're just in the
Okay,
wrong
like, yeah,
place.
let's
at the
not
wrong
talk.
time.
Yeah, I'd like to hide.
Let's let it
Well-
go into town.
Well,
I wanna-
I would say, yeah.
Well, town
Eric
isn't.
Eric has a point.
Town's to the east, though, right? It's not. It's heading away
the town
from
you're
town.
going to is to the east.
Yeah,
Town?
Mir.
Yeah.
We're north and west, right?
Vern Town is civilization, and don't forget, there's citizens of nature too.
You're
has a
absolutely
point.
right.
We have to
I'm
protect.
sorry. I usually stick to the cities, so I'm unfamiliar
Yeah,
with the tree
what a
people.
privileged asshole.
No,
I'm trying.
it's not
I'm trying
that.
to
It's
learn,
Eric's
guys. I'm trying to
definition
get
of
better.
Town is, as a druid, he sees everyone and everywhere as civilized.
Well, I
And
do
it-
agree with you, but it
it-
might be good to get a little intel on this animal before we attack it. At
It
least see
should
what
be
it's
noted
like.
also, Eric, if it continues on this path, it could potentially be headed to your hometown.
As much as I don't like to fight giant 35-foot rock monsters, I think that if we don't maybe at least observe and ambush this thing, it's going to be a problem for continent.
Listen, guys, we got promised fucking combat. It's fucking combat, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There are more of us than him, so teamwork. We can.
I
can do
can
this.
I can tell you, Vern, that
guess.
that's not always the case.
Sounds like surprise attack it is.
Urzak will turn to the wisp and say, "Are there baby rock monsters accompanying this large rock monster, or is it just the one?"
I only saw one, but
Yeah, Eric
above the
would
tree line is all I can
confirm that just one.
and
that he
we're
saw
only
anyway.
hearing one set of footsteps.
Right, but if it had little baby rocks like pebbles, if you
Yeah.
will, following it.
Well, then we should mop those
Always
up.
got to watch out for the baby rocks, you know.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
fucking-
The Ruckheads.
The
We'll
Ruckheads.
mop them up if we find those.
So to give you a quick lay of the land, you have had some time to kind of look around your area. The trees are obviously clear directly to your east because that's where the stream flows. So there is some room for you guys to move that way if you want to kind of move with it. If you want to hunker down here and hide, the trees are very thick directly to you to the north and to the south of this map's location. So that would work.
The tree thing could,
Go ahead.
sorry, the tree
Aaron.
thing could
Sorry.
like work against our, advantage because this thing's moving through the trees. Those trees are just going to become falling hazards.
So
That's true.
maybe we have to leap from the trees onto the creature, and then. Right, I played Shadow of the Colossus a long time ago, and I'm just that's the vibe that I'm getting right now.
I laugh, but I 100% want to Misty step onto this thing's face.
Yeah, the sea elf wants to stay by the water and
No,
like turn
that's
into a
okay.
kraken.
Love you. Have a good sleep, buddy.
I don't know if that's even on my monster list.
You hear,
I do
hear the archer sleep.
Yeah,
I do think ambushing.
it's Monday, so we'll
if we
see.
can
Sleep for the
ambush
baby.
thing, it would be great.
Okay.
We're gonna fight it.
Before we take our spots or plan to jump up, I think maybe now's a great time for me to since I told you about the whole train project. I'll be fast. Essentially,
Vern,
no, I have something else that could be helpful, and I take my hand and I. It's a very short period of time to explain this, I guess, but the train.
You have like 2 minutes. Yeah.
It's not just for transporting people. I'm working on a whole line of magic products that could be helpful to
Burn.
maybe those.
Get to
and
the point.
Pull a finger.
Run up and
You
pull a
have
finger.
to pick. You have to pick which finger exactly.
Oh, I got to pull up your character sheet.
He's gonna pull your middle finger.
Middle finger. Good choice.
Oh, hold on.
Did you pick which ones are which, Carlos?
I'm gonna roll randomly right now.
Okay.
Oh, amazing! What a time to pull this out.
Just I feel like it's a big creature. Like this could be, and it's like us preparing. Like we know a fight's gonna happen.
Okay.
Middle finger.
There it is. Okay. So we're gonna roll.
Did he use it yet?
All right, here we go.
Should I explain what it is exactly?
If you want, yeah.
So, okay. They are like little vaccine sort of things. So you uncap my finger, and it's all very sanitary, and there's like it sounds so dirty and gross now. Now I think about it. Like all the fighting we've been doing, and it's like I should have picked something that wasn't an injection. But it's like an injection, and it will ideally give you magical powers. So
Indeed it does.
It's crazy.
Urzak, are you going to choose to inject yourself with this?
burns
Does
magical medicine.
I mean, how does this go? I pulled the fingertip off and I'm a little spooked.
So it's
And
like
there's
the
a
cap
needle.
comes off and there's a tiny needle sticking out of his middle finger.
Does Vern just like stab him? Like what?
Oh, no, I
So, like-
never assault anybody. I'm just I'm offering them as free trials.
Vern,
At
just
least
do it.
5 free trials.
Just do it.
Okay, I poke him.
Okay. So Urzak, you now receive a level 3 spell from Vern's spell list that he can choose.
Oh, I
You
get
can
one of
cast
mine.
it once without the use of a spell slot. Upon casting, and the saving throw does not dictate whether you can cast it or not. You have to roll a wisdom saving throw, and on a success, the spell functions as normal. On a fail, the spell functions as normal, but it also shoots off to a secondary random target. And after use, regardless of what you roll, your skin appears charred for 24 hours.
Okay.
Not too
Okay.
bad.
So I
So
give him a
roll
level
a
3.
wisdom saving throw, please.
Do I roll it now or when I use the spell?
I'm just gonna
I think
have
it's
you
when
roll
you-
it now.
Okay.
It's not gonna be great, guys. Okay, before I say this, maybe you should tell me what spell you're giving me. Because I don't want the
Yeah,
I don't want the saving throw to
I was
influence your
hoping,
decision at all.
Barlos. I was hoping,
You
because
also
I don't
got
know
a
if I
plus
have,
5.
I don't know if I have great stuff. I was hoping
I
he
don't
would get
think-
another random 3rd level spell that maybe the party didn't already
Oh.
have. Is what I was thinking. So it could be
Gotcha.
like, then
Do
he
you
would
want
have
me to
that
randomly
forever.
pick a
and-
3rd level spell?
Yeah, I think that's more fun. And he
Alright.
can find a way to, because it never goes away, right? He has the 24-hour burnt skin if he fails, but he'll have this spell until he uses it.
Right.
If it's this
Okay.
battle or some other future battle.
So let's do this. I'm gonna roll a D100. I'll roll a
There's-
D100 on.
I was say you can look for a scroll generator. It might be
32. The 30-second spell of 3rd level on D&D Beyond. That's what you're getting.
Okay.
Are they alphabetized?
Are there that many?
Herzog, you also get a plus 5 if you're next to Vern, because I'm next to Vern.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
that might change things.
Are we thinking about fighting out here?
Oh, yeah.
You can cast Hunger of Hadar.
Oh fuck.
Fuck yeah.
Is
Like,
that
you might-
is
like,
that
kill
war
you-
crimes?
That's baby war crimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Open a gateway to the dark between the stars, a region infested with unknown horrors.
Herzog's-
20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold. Yeah.
So
definitely
Urza's
doesn't have
that.
Herzog is never taking needles
From Burn ever again.
from Burn ever again.
Oh, Vern, what the fuck, man?
So with the plus 5, it was 15 was the saving throw.
So you save. So you only use the spell as it is intended, and once the spell is complete, you have charred skin for the next 24 hours.
Smokey's fucking on one today.
Yeah. He's the worst. I know.
Okay, great. Thank you, Vern. Thank you for that.
Yes, I put the empty finger back, or I don't know if it detached or what, but now I just have.
He'll
so
hand it back.
My middle
He'll-
finger is.
Say he'll hand you back your finger cap.
You're just like you pull it out and the needle is just like stuck in his arm.
I'm sorry, still working out the the finer points of this, and I pluck the needle part out, and I have a little satchel on my side for sharp disposals, and I put it in.
I do think Eric made a good point. I don't think fighting around the trees is a good decision. Perhaps we could either make for the clearing, or if we can get it to go in the water, perhaps we could use the water to our advantage.
How deep is the river? The Wisp.
And then
You would be able to tell based off of watching Urzok get into the water earlier. It's not super deep. He was kind of like chest deep. So how tall are you, Urzok? 7 feet?
Yeah.
is like 4 feet deep, 4.5 feet deep.
Okay. So I'm trying to think if that's going to be if the golem steps into the water, if that's going to give us a height advantage, like the high ground to the
So
north.
Uh,
also, I'm gonna suggest I can do water walk for all of you. Give us
Oh.
some fighting advantage over this river.
I also have
Up.
expertise with ice. I could try to trap him into place if he was in the water.
Ooh, these are all.
Everyone gather around, and I'll give you guys
Man, this is great.
the ability to walk on water for the next
All right.
hour.
Cool. I'll take
This
water
is
walking.
just an action to cast this.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna-
Sorry, go ahead.
So just cross surfaces of liquids as if it were harmless solid ground. Up to 10 creatures. And that's it, yeah.
Did you say there was like a lake nearby? Or
You don't know for sure, but it does. It seems to be opening up into a clearing out to the east. To the west, I'm so sorry. To the west.
would anybody like to get up into any of the trees?
I think I will to start off since I'll be farther back, so I'll be up here in this tree. I'll use my
Oh.
grappler arm to get up there.
Nice.
Rekka will walk away from you guys and polymorph into a giant ape.
His favorite.
oh, Vern, where are you
Hmm.
going? I think we're going
I'm
the
in-
other way.
No, it's coming from the south.
Coming from the east.
East.
Shit. Okay.
I'll just grab
You're
you
right, why
down in
am
my giant monkey hand.
I think
put you on my
we
back.
should. I think we should follow the water. Look for perhaps a clearing
Okay.
and try to avoid. I mean, perhaps we can use the tree line if you'd like, but as Eric said, falling trees might become hectic quite quickly.
Sure.
Solely,
Well, yeah,
Luna,
if we have
you need
water
to
walking,
right.
I was gonna
just want to
say,
sprint down the river.
is water walking an optional thing? Like, can you turn it on and off?
Ooh, good question.
I think it is.
I'm
just
trying to go
remember.
underwater and I can't.
I can't drown myself.
It just says it grants the ability to move across.
I would
Okay.
say that you can choose, yeah.
Optional. Perfect.
Yeah.
So that's cool because that's not like ground. You don't just have the option to like, oh, I'm gonna move underground.
Yeah.
Unless you're who's the golem?
Zorn.
Zorn. Unless you're Zorn. Or Ali. Ali could also go underground.
For the sake of speeding things up, would we like to do like preparation on this map? Or
Yeah. So
Okay.
you were Barlos was asking me about readying the 120 foot, range spell.
Yeah, so do you still want to do that? And if you do, what is your trigger?
So I know this map isn't as wide as 120 feet, but I kind of want to see if he would see me here in the just the middle of the river, and
Mhm.
he's gonna come into our path. Is that correct? So
I mean, if you don't move, then definitely yes.
yeah, okay. I guess in the meantime, I could start. And if I need to bait him over here, I could start, doing some cantrip illusion.
I will say once again, if there's a clearing, and especially mostly away from this teleporter, a
yeah,
place that we can be, perhaps we should go there and then make preparations.
I'm good with that.
Me too. Let's
Okay.
look at for a little base.
Cool. Yeah.
The
So
teleport doesn't get destroyed.
right.
It's not really a solid thing though, right? It's just kind of like a magical looking.
So the teleporter itself really is in no danger of being harmed.
Just
So
be
you're good
covered by 15 trees. Right?
Right. Access to the teleporter that could be affected. Yes, you are right.
We push Luna and Solia into the teleporter.
Perfect. Yeah. Luna begins to protest and then realizes very quickly that that's not going to do anything. So he and Solia are going back into the teleporter, and Dez is going to offer to go up. Vern, are you still in the tree? In a tree?
I I am,
If
but I don't think I
you want to
wanna...
retcon that, you
Yeah,
are
I'm
totally able
down.
to do
I'm
that.
down now.
Okay. Yeah. So Dez is going to fly back up, and he is actually going to you'll see him. He won't fly up quite yet. You'll see him take out of his side bag a pair of stones, and he'll give one to Urzak, and he'll say, "Travel as far east as you think is necessary. I'll keep you updated on how this creature is moving." And he will take his other stone and fly back up into above the tree line. So he will. He is gone as well.
You said we're traveling east. We're traveling west, right? Away
West.
from.
Man, I
West.
keep doing that. This is a real Helen situation.
I do it. I do it all the time.
Yes, you are planning to travel west. It is coming from the east. You are correct.
Okay.
Can Teth approach the wisp and essentially inquire, are you capable to fight? Can you heal yourself? I don't want to put you in a position.
Do we need to throw you in the teleporter?
She is a natural survivor of the land. Obviously, this thing or whatever it was able to do before, she was not a match for it by herself. But she is an incredibly adept support fighter. So she's not great at hand to hand combat, but she can certainly buff the shit out of you guys.
Oh, nice. And
That-
waiting for this rock monster to come. I have like thaumaturgy. I could do like rumbling ground if to get it to come our way. But can I shoot this thing guiding bolt from underwater? Does Eric know that he could do that?
Make an Arcana check.
If I can, I'd love to be like underwater, like a stealth attack. 18.
Yeah, you can shoot it from underwater.
Nice.
You're comfortable enough in your magic.
And
You're what, level 13? You'll be fine.
cool.
I don't
Be
think
fine.
it's gonna hear the thaumaturgy over its gigantic footsteps.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. But anyway, So yeah, when he's within range, I'm readying a guiding bolt at level 7. I wanted to say that.
Okay.
So we're doing that, but moving west.
Hmm.
Am I correct? Peoples.
Yes.
That sounds right.
Urzak is going west.
All right.
Okay.
Remember that if I hit it with guiding bolt, the next attack roll on it has advantage. So if anyone wants to follow up with something too.
Oh,
Would somebody want to ready a spell to do that, or ready an action of some kind?
I'm
If
concentrating,
not,
so I
it's-
can't.
Gotcha. Oh, that's totally
Yeah,
fine.
the giant ape ready's flinging poop.
I mean,
already.
I could do a range attack, I guess.
Oh yeah, you're a giant ape, aren't you? Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Big iron crate at it.
I would like to get him into the water and then try to freeze him. Is my plan.
Mhm.
But
Well, you could freeze him. I also was gonna wild shape into an octopus and get him restrained and grappled.
Oh, look at you
Yeah.
guys. You're also.
You would be frozen in
Dang.
the water as an octopus.
I like it. This is
All these-
Yeah, so if
all
you
these-
freeze it, that's not great.
I feel like only one of those is gonna work at a time.
I do have. I'm just rereading the spell.
I think it would be better to freeze because my thing would take time. I'd have to then, after a guiding bolt, then do a wild shape, so it would take too long.
If we
Giant
wanna
ape
do-
is a huge creature, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
If we want to do the water thing, which I like, freezing water, we can do a wombo combo. Since we're in our planning stage, I can use plant growth on it, and it'll make it slow as fuck.
Mm.
And then
So
it
if you-
dies.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to do much for the punchy people, but you know. So if you cast a spell using one action, you choose a point within range. All normal plants within a 100-foot radius centered on that point become thick and overgrown. The creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot.
Nice. All right. So you start moving west, not east. And as you are moving, how fast of a clip are you moving?
Mm.
Like, are you running?
How far is it to this lake or whatever?
It's a good question because there's nothing really truly in sight because the stream kind of bends a little bit, so you can't see straight on. But the further you go, you can definitely start hearing the like pours out into a lake or a more established pool of water. So you can hear that babbling getting closer and closer as you move west. So I would say, I don't know, a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile away. You can it starts to get lighter. There's a little bit of a break in the tree line. And you would be able to start seeing a clearing, maybe a mile west.
I'd say we sprint pretty fast to get there, just because this thing already
Yeah.
seems to know where we are and it's coming toward us kind of mechanically. So we don't need to you know what I mean? Let's just get there, and it's gonna meet us there regardless.
I don't think we would make it in time if we were trying to go slow. We might not even make
Yeah.
it there if we're going fast.
Mm-hmm. Let's go fast.
well,
So
Des will let
Okay.
us know.
That's true.
Is
Sounds
anybody
about-
really slow? Like, I mean, I can move 40 feet at a time, and I'm assuming at least one person. I could probably carry a person on my back, if not two.
I think we all have at least 30.
Yeah.
I have 30, yeah.
Okay.
The wisp is actually at 25, so she
Yeah.
will take you up on it. She will ride on your back.
I will carry the wisp.
Fucking flinging through trees like a monkey.
Flynn is at 30 feet too, so he'll keep pace with everybody else. Yeah, so you swiftly run down the bank of this stream, and you reach a clearing. You get to where everything is much more open. You can see things much more clearly. I could just move you to the right map. Everything brightens up.
Yeah.
You can see the trees are much more sparse. There are several pathways around, and there's even some higher ground over here to the far east, far west. Jesus Christ. And the stream ends right here in this pooled area. But it is the sound is quite loud now. You can tell and you can feel it's moving your entire body at every footstep.
I'm gonna post up over here. I'll prepare an action to throw a rock too, if once
Okay.
it comes in range. If I can do that.
Did we think it's coming more east or more southeast?
Ask Des. What are you gonna
Uh,
ask to
Uh,
figure that out?
Roger. What's the big rock guy's vector? Over.
That's the perfect question. I don't know if I knew it existed until now, but now I can sleep soundly. You will hear Dez's voice come through the stone, and he'll say, "I'm trying to follow him from higher up in the sky. He's got to be about a minute away from your position. Due straight west from you."
Urzak will yell that out to people.
I
1
would like
minute.
to start my thaumaturgy ground rumbling for a minute.
Hold
Yes,
on,
we're
I
gonna
have to
go.
let this cat out.
Just to just to verify, so the stream is basically traveling from east to west, and it ends basically where we're at.
Hmm.
I think that's the idea, yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
All right.
We're gonna be over there. Okay, maybe I'm trying to use the water walking, but maybe I should post up actually up here on this cliff.
Eric, I plan on
Freezing everything.
freezing him. Hopefully
Hmm.
where you're not at, but no promises. I mean, I'll do my best.
Brackle, I'm going to move you for just a second. I put the wisp token underneath yours.
Sure.
She is going to remain on your back
Okay.
and fight from there.
Works for me. I'd say just yell out. I can't talk actually. Forget it.
She actually, you know what? She can communicate with animals, so she can talk
Okay.
to you.
I would say, tell me if you need me to move anywhere.
And she'll kind of just like in ape language, just like hit your back and like make some clicking noises or whatever. And she'll be like, "All right, I'll." She can also translate for everybody else too, and she'll
Okay.
let you know that too. If you need to tell anybody else anything, just let her know. For the
Will
sake
do.
of ease, from
Yes.
here on out, you can just say it, and we'll assume that she's translating.
Absolutely.
Vern, you're really
Flynn-
far away.
Well, this is my first encounter with a giant stone creature, so I think I'd just like to gauge things from a safe distance at first.
That's safe distance, yeah.
He really wants to see it. He wants to be up high enough so he can see the whole thing.
Nope, got a
and
great view from
Flynn-
over here. Thank you.
Hey, and
Okay.
Flynn is going to post up behind this boulder right here.
What? Why is Flynn doing that? He knows it's coming from that direction. Okay. I guess he's got to be up close.
Yeah, he doesn't have much choice. Have you seen Flynn fight, Eric? Yeah, you were in the caverns when he Flynn Flynn is a rune knight. So he can shrink and grow.
Oh, that's right.
His wind rune, I think. Hill rune?
I
don't know.
Do I remember that his axe was like dull, like it wasn't sharpened?
It is a bludgeon. Yeah, it's a bludgeoning weapon. Looks like an axe, but it hits like a hammer.
That sounds terrible to get hit by.
Yeah, it's like it's the worst of both worlds. It's such a small surface for a blunt object. It's like getting hit with 10 hammers, like tiny hammers, all in a straight
Yeah.
line.
Mm-hmm. All right, so readying the guiding bolt
Okay.
at 100.
Any other actions that anybody would like to take before this happens? Before the event transpires?
No, sir.
So here's my dilemma. Trying to
Okay.
figure out range on this. The problem is that this theoretically we could trigger outside the area of the map. I don't know how long the freezy bit is for Urzok, so maybe Teth would try to figure it out how he's gonna freeze real quick.
I mean, look, it's really gonna not matter depending on where he comes from. If he comes from up there, nothing's gonna happen. If he comes from over
Like-
here, then
I guess what I'm trying to ask is like, how are you freezing the water? I missed that part.
with magic.
With magic, okay. So just magic.
He's gonna wait for
Uh,
the seasons to
The
change.
biggest ice magic you've seen him use is about a 30-foot cone.
Okay.
So good luck, Eric.
I guess
Oh, I've got my shield.
I guess yeah, I guess that being said, Teth would basically ready an action to cast his spell whenever the basically Urzok casts his spell.
Okay.
Basically a wombo combo, but then trying to take into effect that this is a 100-foot radius, so it would probably be behind the creature somewhat.
I am not going to ready a spell because I don't want to lose it.
No, well, how should I phrase this? Cast spell after Urzok.
Upon the lake being frozen?
Yeah, once Teth sees this thing, you know what? I'm just gonna stop talking. Let's just fucking fight.
Let's see the beast. Bring him on in.
All right, so as you
I hope it's friendly. I hope it walks in like, "Hey guys, welcome."
Beast.
Oh,
Like, hey.
who?
Aww,
Can you imagine?
it's a pretty cat.
He's an
Maybe.
asshole.
Oh.
He's a wonderful little boy.
He is, but he's also an asshole.
He's a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, you have things readied, and you're waiting on this beast to come through, this giant rock creature. And before you see him, you can see from over top of the trees, Dez fly over the tree line and kind of he'll kind of do a U-turn in the air and ready his bow, still flying. And of course, I don't have him on the map either. Dez will be like up here, probably 50 feet up in the air. He is flying. And then you see it emerge from these trees. You see Eric, Urzok, and Teth would see a foot first crashing through trees where you were just walking on the bank of this stream. A giant foot plants down, just like shaking the whole thing. Dust and debris and little sticks are flying everywhere. Pieces of bushes, pieces of stones, and water is splashing up from the stream, all with one footstep. Vern, the first thing that you would see would be the top of its head bursting out of this canopy of trees. And Brackle and the Wisp and Flynn. The first you would see this after everybody else, but it's massive arm and a torso coming through the tree line, and it will kind of split the difference. It doesn't fully come through the trees, but it not also not fully into the lake.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
It is right here. And Flynn is actually going to be knocked back by the force of it. Eric and Urzak, make a dex save for me, please.
Oh, my boulder will trigger whenever
So,
you want to do that.
DM.
Yes.
So what happens when he's 120 feet away from Eric?
Oh, I mean, I guess he was still in the trees. You would be able to see little bits of his foot and his leg. You wouldn't be able to see his full body until maybe, I don't know, how far is this? 40 feet? We'd say like 60 feet. So that it would trigger at 60 feet, I guess. So he would be, you can cast Guiding Bolt now if you want.
I don't suppose Teth has that like sweet 30-foot aura yet, right?
Nope, that's like level 17.
Not yet. Yeah.
Dex save was a 13.
And then I rolled a 24 to hit with guiding bolt.
Okay, that hits.
Dex save was 21.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll for guiding bolt.
All right. Eric, you saved, so you were pushed back 5 feet.
5 feet.
Urzak, you just failed. It was 16. So you are going to take. You're going to take 10 force damage, and you are pushed back 15 feet.
Hey, you're within my aura now.
Sorry, how much damage was it?
10 force damage.
Oh, I have resistance to that. Hell yeah.
Hey.
Ooh, ooh.
Um,
38 damage.
yeah, so radiant damage. Flash of light streaks towards the rock monster, and then the next attack roll made against it before the end of my next turn has advantage because there's little dim light glittering from him.
Gotcha. Okay. Nice.
Monkey throw rock.
And you can throw the rock, and you can roll that attack with advantage.
Thank you for that, because that's a natural 20, which means it's
Ooh,
which means it's 14d6 plus 6.
nice.
Like an armpit in here. Just a giant armpit.
I've been in here all day.
Shower. Scrub your armpits.
Okay.
Come on.
Gotta play my nerdy games with my nerdy friends.
Well, you don't have to smell like an armpit when you do it.
I think it comes with the territory, actually.
I think you have to, actually.
Mm.
Come on, Dilly. Get out of the armpit room.
Get out of the armpit room.
God, this smells like a game store or something.
All those
Oh my
guys with
God.
ponytail. I need the ponytail. I'm
We'll
bald
get you.
enough.
We'll get you a suction cup for the back of your head.
You watch those
God.
videos and imagine what it smells like in those game stores.
I think. I mean, they gotta have some type of uh, necessary freshener. Yeah.
Glade plugin. There you go.
I think game discs and game cartridges smell really good, like that plasticky smell. So that's probably what it smells like. I haven't been
Yeah.
in a game store in a long time.
Been a minute.
Anyway, Brackle Kong, you threw a boulder with advantage.
46
Nice. Is that with?
with the crit.
Nice.
Damn. Bowlers hurt.
Boulders hurt.
So he gets struck by this big flash of light, then gets hit with a boulder. And as this happens, he gets pelted by both of these things upon reaching this tree line. And you see his arm dislocate and fall off of his body. It's so wild that happens so quickly. And it falls to the ground. Flynn has to save. Flynn will save. Cool.
Yay.
And it reforms into a smaller rock creature down here.
Fucking called it. Fucking pebbles.
Pebbles.
It's a cube. Or it's a cube. Isn't gelatinous cube do
And
that?
he
You slice it.
will stumble forward a little bit. All right. Everybody roll initiative, please.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh wow. I always forget I have a good initiative modifier.
Initiative.
Saw this thing on TikTok the other day. For people that don't keep track of initiative on screen on a VTT, they have like a little pole and like clothespins with character names on them, and they just move them around, and that's how they keep track of.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Very analog.
I always used just index cards. People's names on them.
Yeah.
Just go through like a deck.
All right, so we have. Let's see. Oh, that's not going to be good for the wisp. Everybody in? Oh yeah, there are only 5 of you now. Okay.
That means we're gonna get TPK'd, guys.
I have not adjusted for this. I don't think we've been that close to getting a TPK or anything recently, so
No. There was one fight. The one fight that Donovan always reminds me of was kind of close in chapter 1.
Banshee fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
We lived.
Nothing.
That was more
nothing-
just because of the special
You did?
feature, though. I feel like.
Yeah.
They were brutal.
Oh, poor Vern.
Hmm. I guess he's a safe distance. He'll be okay.
Oh, poor Eric.
My initiative roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right, buddy. It happens to the best of us. We're gonna tape that right up there. All right, Brackle Baff.
I'm throwing another rock. Hold on, let me see
Alright.
if I'm the right distance away. No, too far from him. Yeah. I'll just move up 10 feet so I can hit the little guy. Um, trying to just make it so we have one enemy. Okay. I
was
don't
it-
think so. What?
Was it Lord of the Rings where they catapulted the heads at them? Is that what this is like? You're just throwing his little brothers at him?
Yep.
I just
missed.
try and move your
Dude.
token, Brackle. I just grouped you with the wisp, so she just moves with you, and it didn't work. Good, good. All right, I'll take care of it. Just assume that she is. I'm gonna take her token away. Actually,
My favorite
she's
head.
just with you. She is
Okay.
on your back.
And
So I
I
don't
mean,
have to
if you
move
make it so
every
I can
time.
move her, I can do that too. Second attack is 21. My first one was a critical miss.
On big guy or smaller guy?
Little baby.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits.
That's big baby.
No, the big one's a big baby.
That's big. That's big boy. That's big papa.
26. Bludgeon. That's it for me.
Right, now the Teth.
You know, guys, this thing's entirely too close to cast plant growth. Which is unfortunate. Well,
Just cast wish instead.
Yeah,
wish-
can't you just do that real quick?
I wish plant growth would work from here.
yeah. See, ideally it would be when he was about 100 feet back, but that's fine. Yeah. Maybe I'll just cast a new spell. Or nope, doing plant growth because I said it. So I'm going to center it 60 foot behind him. In between. I can't catch him either. I'll just center it pretty much. So that line, but then 60 foot back because it has a 100-foot radius. So theoretically, it'll just be like a little box, you know, here, right? And then just going back, even though it's not a box, it's a radius. So at least since he's so big, at least be restricted somewhat for maybe a turn or two.
Okay.
Eric can move through plant terrain and stuff. Like he doesn't get restrained or
Does Teth know that?
limited by that. So would Teth know that? Yeah.
Because I will totally envelop you if Teth knew that.
Like, what does Teth know about druids?
Make a history check.
Oh boy, history. Oh, I rolled well. It's my history. Holy shit, I'm proficient. 21.
Yeah, Teth would know whatever you want to tell him about yourself right now, Eric.
Oh, all right. As a defender of the forest outside of Ponteg, I ain't got a problem with these trees if you throw them in front of me, underneath me, throw them around me. I got this.
He's all good. Do your worst,
Okay.
Teth.
Good, baby.
Fortunately, circles are not quite big enough. Okay. Is it okay if I make a freehand line then? This
Yeah.
board is so big.
Mhm.
Basically, go boop. Even though I know it's not a box, but so technically it'll be rounded at some point.
That's totally fine. Yeah.
So this is
Yep,
just difficult terrain.
It is like ultra difficult terrain, and he
Mhm.
doesn't get a save. It's
Like
just 4 foot to 1 foot. So if he has 40 foot of movement, he can move 10 feet. Cast one action. Oh boy, but Michael Barless, how am I going to narrate this?
I don't know, but I'm looking forward to hearing you do it.
Okay, so of course nobody sees this except for maybe Urzak and Eric. There's a
Yeah.
few there. Maybe Vern. Maybe Vern. Vern's got good eyesight. You know, he does.
Vern pretty much can see anything right now. Vern and Dez can see everything that's going on right now.
Yeah. So Teth is kind of hanging out there behind that cluster of rocks, and he's just been kind of keeping his eyes open, waiting and waiting, just waiting for the moment to pull the trigger, so to speak. And there's a light blue hue that he's been holding in his hand thematically. And then right when there's just this giant step, and this thing just appears and starts getting blasted. Teth's hand is going to, the bubble is going to grow in his hand, almost like, say, he's holding a, I don't know, basketball. And then he's going to raise his arm up and then basically slam it into the ground. And then you're going to see streams of blue lines basically start shooting out, kind of start writhing around in the direction of where it's centered on. And then when it hits its apex, which is, you know, obviously behind him a little bit, where that initial spot of impact is, there's going to be just a massive burst of wildlife. And even though it's like, you know, in the water, you still have natural flora and stuff that, you know, would grow in water, and you start seeing, I don't know what kind of plants are in the ocean, but they're going to just start blowing up and getting real big. And stuff's going to start basically just completely consuming the area with wildlife and good old planty plants. And I would say the only noticeable thing about it though is that the whatever the plants are, let's say it's a vine of sorts, it's like kind of like has like a little bit of a, like it's pulsating, I guess, is the best way I can describe it. And it always has like a little bit of blue lines that are kind of like veins that are just basically pulsing like a heart as these things are enlarged and start grabbing onto everything and overgrowing.
Nice. That's super sweet.
So real hentai situation.
It's so throbby.
Yeah, the sea
Uh,
cucumber thing.
Yeah.
If I can get you.
Anything else, Teth? Are you moving? Are you bonus actioning?
Yep, bonus action. Teth will speak the words and con initiate, and then he'll have an overshield form over him as a bonus action.
Nice.
Spend one of those cells. And
Those power cells, baby.
Yep, and then he's gonna stand there and wait. He's within 10 feet of Urzok, so that's good. Okay, that's all.
Nice. It is the golem's turn. So he gets hit by this blast of radiant damage. 2 boulders from this giant ape. His arm falls off. It's starting to regrow. And he was just walking along, and now his steps are becoming very difficult. And he kind of looks down and looks around. He stops walking for a second, and he sees all these tiny little creatures down there. And he surmises in his limited intellect that they're trying to do him harm. And so he's just going to keep trying to press forward. So he will move 10 feet forward. Eric, I need another dex saving throw from you, please.
Uh, 14.
Okay. That is a fail. Take 20 bludgeoning damage. And you are knocked prone. And he is going to take aim at Brackle.
Oh, because I'm a big monkey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do the same thing.
That is a 22 to hit, Brackle.
Oh, sure. Yep.
And that is going to be 21 bludgeoning damage. He's going to pick a rock out of his shoulder and throw it back at you.
Okay.
And he's going to do the same thing towards Teth.
You said 21 again?
Yes.
Okay.
Teth, that is a 20 to hit.
He's gone, but I don't think that hits him.
Oh, yeah, he has the overshield, doesn't he? I don't think that hits him either.
If it just misses,
Just misses. All right. And then this smaller boy is going to walk up to Flynn. He is going to attempt to swing his arms at Flynn. A Hulk clap. Is 14. That misses. He will try one more time. That is a 19. That hits. For 15 bludgeoning damage. Did you hear me, Urzak?
Me?
Yes.
I did not. 100%.
I didn't hear
Sorry
anything
about that.
either.
Yeah,
I don't think I heard it
It
either,
is-
actually.
It
I thought it was
is
a dramatic
Urzak's turn.
pause.
Sorry about
Okay.
that. Yeah, just once for feeling. Yeah.
Okay. So how hard is it to move in this, Billy?
It's
Cuts
4
it
foot.
a quarter, right?
Yeah.
Well, with that, I'll take a square and a half step in, and going to reach into my components pouch and chug a vial of melt water, and watch a vicious spike of ice begin to pour out of Urzak's mouth. And I will cast minus binding
Yeah.
ice at second level. I hope that maybe a foot is smaller than 30 feet, but I guess that's what I'm going for, is like a foot in the water beneath it.
Make a make an Arcana check. It's definitely smaller than 30 feet. Like it would be within the radius.
Oh shit, 30 feet's, yeah, that's getting quite a bit. Here's the question. I gotta draw this now. Does Eric get fucked?
He can deal with the vines. The ice, maybe not so much.
I like to think Urzak's just like, oh, like clearly just casted this plant growth, so like fuck Eric, right?
Right.
Like, no,
In
no,
the
no,
heat
he
of
could-
battle.
Yeah, he can do that in the vines, but not the freezing.
No. Oh no, can I click on the line? Yes, give me line.
I get to use a bunch of different dice for these guys. This is
Mm.
so nice.
No, but I clicked on it. Let me- I copy and paste you. Nope. Sorry guys, I should have done this ahead of time.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying
Is
to
it a
draw
line or a cone?
It's a cone. I'm just trying to draw the cone.
There's a plugin that I know there's one that allows you to draw things really easily, and I can't remember what it is. I have to research it because it's like lets you rotate it and enlarge and decrease the size of it.
All the cool stuff.
And then I think
Okay.
it has some type of effect on it too.
Oh, he's getting blasted.
Okay. So Eric's fine. Arcana check is 13.
Yeah, I'll allow that. You're just doing like freezing over his foot.
I mean, that's there you go. That's like really all I can target,
Nice.
right? If I'm going like into the water and such.
Yeah.
So do that, and then he has to make a con check.
I forgot that these.
That's like good
this
for
is-
TikTok. Yeah.
Oh no, my foot is so cold. Oh god, what are you doing to my foot? Yeah. So he actually, I'm gonna have him make a save real quick.
Yeah, it's con save.
That is a 16. Not
That is
roll very well.
exactly what he needed.
Ooh, nice.
So
He is a +8 to con, so
I assumed it
the
was high.
odds were stacked against you.
Okay, so he does take half as much damage.
Okay.
Wow, I rolled 3 8s. Jesus. So 12 damage. 12 cold damage.
Cool.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna shield master shove. I'm kidding. That's it.
You can knock him down.
This is like a real Urzak thing to try. Just if I just put enough elbow grease into it, I can knock this guy over.
Dez is up next. He is going to see Urzak going for some cold damage, and he's going to follow suit. He's going to knock 2 arrows at the same time and shoot down from the sky at Big Boy here. And he is going to miss with one of them, but he will hit with the other, which is nice. That is... Oh, I'm on the wrong Dez character sheet. Jesus. I have like 6 different character sheets for Dez. There we go.
You know, knocking it prone would be pretty fucking great.
+5.
What are the things in Star Wars during the Hoth fight?
Oh, yeah.
Just the
Yeah.
little tow cables.
Oh.
Just wrap its legs.
Well,
For 14 cold damage.
Is the lake frozen underneath it? Underneath the rock monster?
I would assume parts of it are frozen, yeah.
In that cone? Okay.
And Dez is going to slightly descend and move back this way. So he's about 30 feet up now. And he is going to he will be done. Vern.
Okay, I think this is Vern's first time he actually gets to use Chromatic Orb. I don't think I've used it yet, so this is a big moment. So he takes the diamond out and he's very excited. And he's going to cast Chromatic Orb on the giant golem. Let's see. 26 to hit.
That hits.
I should have. I wrote this down at 5th level. I didn't say that. If I wasn't waiting for that, I literally wrote it in my book.
Oh,
right
that's
here.
totally fine.
Okay. So at 5th level, it's going to be 7, and I'll do electric, so I get the bonus like D5 that I can roll and add to it damage. So 7d8. I'll do it in here.
I hope this isn't Pokemon rolls, Barlos.
I'm hoping not to. I was thinking about that. I was like, this is like, it's not very effective if I'm just failing at Brock's gym right now.
Right.
I'll be so mad. All right, so here's this. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
So 28. And then I
Okay.
also get, it is what was it again? Hang on. Sorry, let me just check. My elemental affinity. Oh, I just add +5 to it. Never mind. Okay, so add 5 to that. I thought I had a roll for that number. So 33 damage.
Nice. Good hit.
Thank you, thank you.
And he did take all of that. It'd be very very obvious that he would kind of recoil. And as he takes that damage, a giant chunk of the rest of his body is going to fall off. You see him diminish a little bit. There's another one that falls off down here.
Good.
Anything else, Fern?
Nope. Vern just like on his diamond, polishes it up really nice, and puts it back in his jacket. He's very proud of being able to do that.
Perfect.
Nice shot, Vern.
From a distance. Thanks, guys.
Flynn is going to invoke his giant's might from his rune, and you will see him grow to the same size. Flynn just erupts like,
Fuck yeah.
and everything grows with him. And you're gonna see him just take his axe and just the mightiest swing ever. He's gonna attempt to axe this guy. Ooh, and he rolled a natural 20. The first
Yup.
nat 20 of the fight.
Yeah.
All right, Flynn.
Except for mine, but yeah.
Except for
Except for
Vern's
yours.
first.
His first nat 20 of the whole campaign, I think.
Flynn needs to Hulk out more.
Flynn's coming into his own.
It took him long enough, man.
Fucking hate big rocks.
For a
Too-
while, he didn't remember anything, so he didn't want to attack anything.
He's
He
too
was a
busy worrying
pacifist for
about
a while.
Arvantis. You know, he needs to focus on
Yeah,
fighting.
that's true. That's
So
true.
he's coming into his own only because he's not being
18,
possessed by somebody else.
that's 26 plus 5. That's a massive hit. That's 31 bludgeoning damage on this thing.
Damn.
In one
Oh,
swing.
Flynn.
And he's gonna see him like hit this way, and then he's just gonna go back the other way and roll again. Not as good, but still pretty good. That's a 21 to hit, and that hits. So he's going to,
Forehand's better than his backhand.
yeah, not as good on the backswing. All right, and that's going to be still not a bad hit. It's going to be a 21 damage.
How tall are these offshoot rock monsters?
What are they?
Maybe they're huge, so 15 feet tall.
Oh yeah, they're still what, 15 by 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are big as fuck.
And as
Monsters.
you can see, as Flynn takes his axe back through, it actually cleaves this guy in half, and the top rocks of his body just kind of fall off to the wayside up here, and he's just kind of a bottom torso and one arm, just now walking around. So he was reduced in size. And that is all. The Wisp is up next. She is going to use her bonus action to perceive the whole battlefield. So she's just gonna kind of sense what's going on. And she's going to heal Flynn. And Heth.
Heal me?
Hit did. She's gonna heal Brackle.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Flynn and Brackle with her action. So you both will regain 13 hit points. And her movement, she's counting Brackle as a mount, so she is not moving. As a bonus action,
Remember, she can tell me if she wants to go somewhere, though, too. She needs to.
Like a true mount.
Mm-hmm.
as a bonus action, she is going to grant heightened senses for a turn to Urzok. She's going to make a check for that real quick. And she failed the save. Never mind. Urzok, you don't get anything.
Great.
But
I
nothing bad
won
happens
anyway.
to you. So, yeah. And that is her turn. Eric, you are up.
I feel like that's been an eternity. My initiative roll sucked. So, first thing I'm going to do as a bonus action is summon a healing spirit at 6th level. So this healing spirit is a transparent creature of my choice. I think I'd like to make it a seal. Where I'm going to place it would be next to myself and Urzok.
A seal, like a swimming seal.
Yes.
Okay.
Singer.
A kiss from a rose.
Yep.
So this is a yeah. So this is a concentration spell. So for up to a minute, I'll be concentrating.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, if you guys need healed, remember you have water walk, so you can just walk up to it. It's intangible, so the enemies can't do anything, it looks like. But it's a 5-foot cube, so if you're within melee, 5 foot, near it, you will be healed. Let me see. 5d6 plus 8. You have to move into its space for the first time on a turn or start your turn there. So that'll restore hit points to you. No one is anyone undead? I think Flynn's undead.
Flynn
So-
is undead, yes.
Hey, Sorry about that, Flynn, but this will heal the rest of the party, not you.
And
Let's see here. 1 plus my spellcasting modifier. It's the number of times it'll heal before disappearing. So that would be 6 times. 1 plus 5.
yes.
Okay. I'll keep track of that during the fight. I can also move the spirit too, so if any of the party has an idea. I can move it, guys. Let me know. With my action, I'm going to wild shape,
Okay.
which that's not a spell, right? Is that correct? That's a
Is a feature, not a spell.
so I'm not doing a bonus action spell and an action spell. I don't have
Correct.
Warcaster. The reason why I'm doing this is because I think it's enough water to do a giant octopus,
Okay.
like ice water content right after Urzak's blast. Is that true?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay. So giant octopus, and maybe I'm just now finding out how deep the lake is, but he's a large size giant octopus.
Okay.
Can I mention something just real quick before this gets too
Yeah.
far? I've reread
Please.
plant growth, and unless I'm missing something, it doesn't say that it makes creatures. God, what's
So
it called?
was it the plant growth on top of the water, or is it underwater and everything too?
Oh, dude, it's all of everything in that novel.
But I also have my thing where I'm not worried about it because I have
It's
my land stride. Probably I retain that when I'm a giant octopus.
so the only reason I'm bringing it up is because I'm rereading it. It doesn't say anything about it making it difficult terrain. It just says creatures moving through it have to spend 4 feet for 1 foot. Just to be fair for DM, as much as it's fucking us. I don't
So
know.
I mean, it is difficult terrain. It's just not difficult terrain by exact definition, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how you were gonna roll on that, but I couldn't just sit on it.
So maybe constructs
Yeah.
don't get affected by it
I mean, they're
because it
They're
said a
still
creature that
creatures.
moves through it.
It
Oh.
says a creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves.
yeah. So
Like
that's anybody that's not flying over top of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
taking a cart through it. It doesn't affect.
I would say that the benefit of not using the difficult terrain definition is that creatures that ignore difficult terrain would still have difficulty moving through
Yeah,
this.
Mhm.
that's kind of why I brought it up. I didn't want to.
Oh, so
Wasn't
with
sure what
my
your ruling would be
feature,
on it. Yeah.
I still could be affected. Well, that's fine. My octopus has a lot of movement speed, so I think I'll
Yeah.
still go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't
Go-
want to. I wanted to mention it
going-
before you started getting too far, and then
And I'll use
realized
that.
that I fucked you.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if we talked about what happens with my equipment, Barlos. Chapter 1, did I drop it? I don't remember.
You can choose between dropping it and having it enveloped into your animal body.
I'll have it enveloped into me.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna roll for hit points for the octopus.
Okay.
But then I think I've spent all my actions.
Me realizing I don't know Eric's last name.
It's an anagram of crocodile.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know that it ends with oct. So there we go.
Ecleodractopus. That's perfect. So he's not 43. He's 43 plus 8, so 51. Okay.
Great. Racklebath.
Wee. I will. Okay, so Flynn's giant. That guy's getting teeny. Yeah, I'll throw a rock at that big boy.
Heck yeah.
Throw 2 chunkers at him.
GM, would
Yes.
the healing spirit heal me? Like this turn? Sorry.
I guess. Do you need healing? You become
Oh,
an
yeah.
octopus at full health. You certainly can
I
use one of the uses,
was
but,
wondering if I
but I don't think you
have
need
to
it right
use
now.
yeah, I was wondering if I have to use the use just because I'm in its space, or like if it's automatic or if it's voluntary.
The way that I read it is you pass through it if you intend to get the healing. So it's like if you go through it, you are healed.
Okay, that makes sense.
I put you outside purposefully so you can make that decision. You are not in space. Crackle, I'm sorry. What did you roll?
No, it's good. 16 and 17 to hit. I think they both miss, I'm guessing.
17 hits.
Oh, yay.
So one of your boulders makes contact.
Oh, damn. Fucking great roll. 35.
Nice. On Big Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You know what time it is, guys.
Uh-oh.
You boy.
Oh.
Yeah. You hit for 35. It connects, and he'll even stumble back a little bit. Good hit.
Thank you. I'm done.
Teth.
Well, that changed what I was going to do. Fuck. Shit. Oh boy. Seth will start to run. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. So Teth is gonna run by Urzok and Octopus Eric. I just looked
Okay.
at his name, and that is a lot. And Teth's gonna say, "You got these guys right."
Urzak's like, I don't know, probably like wiping blood off his face. Like, yeah, sure.
Yep. Okay. So he's gonna move 30 feet. His standard 30 feet of movement. And then he will pretty much misty step right behind. God damn it. Crap. This asshole over here. Actually kind of sandwich in between them, so that works out. And he's gonna start fucking taking a sensor to the back of the little guy's head.
Okay.
And just for flair, because it's been a while since spells, his Misty Step is basically he claps his hands in front of him and it basically creates a red tear in space, and then he just fucking anime jumps behind this guy. Just and now I'm gonna smack. Or attempt to smack.
Do it.
That's real bad. How's a 14?
14 does not hit.
Okay. That's better. 21.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. Just a regular smack. See what happens. $14. Do you want me to separate radiant? GM?
No, no need.
Okay, yeah, 14 total. It's a little bonk. Try to get his attention so he doesn't go gangbang Flynn, essentially. The idea.
All right. Anything else?
That is all.
Okay. It is the stone's turn. We'll go from top to bottom. This guy is going to attempt to hit Flynn with his one arm. That's a natural 1, so that misses. He will attempt one more time, and that is also a miss. Cool. This guy is going to turn around and attempt to stomp down towards Teth. That is going to be a 15 to hit. I'm sure that misses. And one more swing with his arms, also a 15. Great rolls, guys. I'm going to
Good
stop
job.
using that
Good
dice
job.
for right now.
No, keep using it.
Big guy is going to take a stomp at Teth as well. That is going to be a 19 plus
Probably more than 4.
more than 4. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is he? Yeah, 26 to hit.
that hits.
Okay. Hear all those die?
To be
There's a
fair,
couple.
he'd probably have advantage if he didn't roll, right? Because I'm flanked.
Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. They're not smart enough to do that. So
Okay.
many 3s. What the heck? $21 bludgeoning damage, Teth.
Okay. You see, the force should have been a lot harder, but the temporary shielding kind of took about half
Yeah.
of that.
And then for his second attack, he is going to attempt to kind of shake debris out towards all of you in this area. So Urzok, the seal is spectral, right? It's just a spirit.
Intangible is what it says.
Okay. Urzok, Eric, and Teth. I need a dex save from all 3 of you, please.
Guys, I don't know why I play anything except for a paladin because their saves are wonderful.
I lied. Mine's a 17.
I say that it'll probably fail, but
All 3 of you failed. All 3 of you
Yep.
failed.
I miss evasion, guys.
yeah.
Right. That is going to. So you'll see him. He like stomps down on Teth with his foot, and then you'll see him just kind of like shake his torso, and rocks start just falling off down into the water, and holes are being punctured in the ice, and all 3 of you are going to take 32 bludgeoning damage.
Yay.
And this guy is going to come around, and he can really only see Urzok and the octopus. He's going to attempt to throw a stone at both of you. He'll throw at the octopus first. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Let me check. Yeah, that hits.
for 12 bludgeoning damage on you, Eric,
Mhm.
and on Urzok. That is going to be a 20 to hit. That misses, I think.
Misses.
Yeah, he just throws that one right over your head. All right, Urzok, your turn. You just got avalanched.
Well, Urzok's had this uncomfortable, demonic feeling itching at the back of his skull for the last minute or so. And he's just going to kind of stick his hand out and uncomfortably release this energy welling up inside of him. And I'm going to cast Hunger of Hadar.
That boy.
And
Yeah.
this black ichor just creeps out of his hand and pours out into this disgusting puddle. It's going to be a 20. Is it a 20-foot sphere or is it radius? Radius sphere.
That's a
Donovan, you were
radius,
saying black something. It cut out.
Kicker.
Black ichor. All right. I can do shapes. I know how to do shapes. I'm a pro
The
at this.
description of that spell, I had read it when it was first selected, and just the part about like licking tongues or something, it just or licking tentacles, it just
Like
ugh.
slurping noises.
Slurping.
Yeah, slurping noises and like
Where do you want
whispers
it,
all
Urzok?
around.
I would do it like kind of lower right side of the map.
Of course, I placed it, and now I can't control it anymore.
Yep.
I love roll 20. We're going to get him out of there for a
Before.
second.
Well, you place it, and then you go
Two,
back to the select and move cursor.
Okay.
It's very
Well-
hard to. Okay, I think. Did I make it too long? It's gonna go
There
off
we
the bottom.
go.
It's gonna go at the bottom of the map anyway.
Off the bottom, right here,
Take it just a little bit.
higher.
It'd be sick if they had an animation.
For a second, get rid of mine now.
Oh, I have an
Hunger
animation.
for Dar animation.
Wow.
I picture like from Princess Mononoke, like the demon.
Oh
worm
yeah,
type stuff.
There you
little
go. That's perfect.
stuff that's like covering the boar. That thing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That is some hungry Hadar.
Yeah. You're telling me. Oh, that's.
Look like farts.
So
Great.
patriotic.
So that's my action.
That looks like the pee animation that's in all video games. Like press
Yeah,
P for
yeah.
pee. Urinate.
I'm gonna move forward. And bonus action, I'm going to second wind. And we'll get back. Is it really plus? Oh, it's level. Oh shit. I'll get back 19 hit points.
Nice.
And that's it.
Did remember if you wanted to, you could have caused the spirit to heal you at the start of your turn. You were next to it.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
It doesn't cost anything to you. So it is a 5d6 plus 8 or something.
5d6.
Yeah, bro.
Maybe I don't use the
It is
second one.
6th level.
Well, go ahead and roll the healing.
Yeah, it ends in a minute anyway, so I should just use these as we get them.
All right, Des is going to do the same thing as before. He's going to fire 2 shots down at this guy. Well, first he's going to move around Flynn so he can see him. And fire 2 arrows down here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use that second wind. Just gonna use that spirit.
Roll the natural 20. Nice, Des. So
Does
33 to hit and a 27 to hit. Both of which hit.
Uh,
For nice. 32 cold damage. As the arrows hit this torso, you can see the ice kind of overtake the rocks and kind of splinter in between each individual pebble that makes up this golem's body and just burst outwards. His body just kind of explodes and he is gone.
that was my concentration check.
And up next, Vern.
Right. And this is a very beginner question, but I can use my bonus action first, right? That's a thing that we do.
Yep.
Right,
Any
okay.
order.
Okay.
Action, movement, bonus action.
I need to reduce the distance that I am from everybody now. So Vern's gonna safely misty step down. What? I guess 30 feet. So like here, maybe.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. And then he's gonna use chromatic orb again. Now I have a question. So chromatic orb. If I don't hit, I still use up that spell slot because I tried casting it. Correct.
Correct.
Okay. If I'm gonna twin spell it, do I also lose those sorcery points too if I don't hit?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, so my plan is then I'm going to go for hitting the little one on top with chromatic orb, and then the big one twinned down there. So I'm gonna
Okay.
do it at not. I'm not gonna use up too much. So we'll just do it at. We'll just do it at. No, we'll do third level. Third level. Okay.
Okay.
So to hit. Ooh, good. 29.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Nice. Phew. Good. All right. So then I'll use obviously electricity again.
Okay.
So 5d8 plus 5. All right.
Nice. Good hit.
Okay. So 26 to both of them. Or do I roll again for the damage for the other one? I don't, right? It's just.
You do attack again, I believe, on a
Oh,
twin.
okay. Do it again. That's fun. It's an
So
extra
you
roll.
don't, yeah. Yeah, so you don't reuse the spell slot, you just redo the attack.
Okay. Yes. All right. So one more time. Even better. I won.
Did you roll? I'm sorry. You
Yeah.
cut out for a second.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did in roll 20. So 26 damage to the top guy and 27 damage to the big guy.
What was your attack roll for the second hit?
Oh, I have to roll the attack roll again for twinning.
Yep.
Twin spell.
Yep.
Oh, I know. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so it doesn't
figuring out
use the
whole
spell slot
sorcery.
again. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't use the spell slot again, but you have to redo the attack.
Sorry. Now it makes sense. Okay.
You're
So, that's going to be. That's also. It sounds like I'm making it up, but in D&D Beyond, that's another 29. It's a 19
Nice.
plus 10. So
Yeah, that hits.
good.
And we'll just use that attack roll for 27 damage. Nice. Vern, as you hit this guy, much like Flynn did when he cleaved this guy in half up here, you shoot electricity through him, and chop him in half. It just kind of has like a little burst of electricity in the middle of his body, and his top half just kind of falls off, or maybe just like the right side of him falls over, and the rocks start to try and reform and fill in the spaces. And for this
Aw.
guy,
Who's that?
we know what time it is. We know what's happening. Little bits of him are falling off, and he drops a little tiny
Oh.
rock
Baby
boy down here.
boy.
Pebble.
That's Pebble.
It's
We're gonna befriend this one.
All right,
Yep.
Flynn is gonna see these rocks forming here. He'll see that Teth hit this one right here. He'll see that Vern is coming down to join in attacking, and he's just gonna step over into this terrain where he is within shot for both of these guys, and he is going to attempt to attack this boy right here. And he will hit for 16 bludgeoning damage. And over here, he will attempt to hit this one as well. In front of Teth. That one will hit too.
Did has Des taken a turn?
Yes.
Yeah, you killed the one boy.
For
Mhm.
20 bludgeoning
I don't
damage.
remember that.
He hacked off even more of this guy. He is crumbling at this point. All right. And the wisp is going to, from Brackles, to ask Brackle as her mount to move into the brush, if you will oblige. Kind of like right in here. You obviously have the
I can't
agency
see
to
a
say
ping.
no.
I didn't see a ping.
Right in here
Okay.
ish.
Yep.
Cool. So she's going to ask you to move in. She is going to cast Firebolt. This guy right here. Is a 19 that will hit for 3d10 fire damage. Great. And this guy just explodes. She hits and just like a quick burst of magma and rocks, and it just explodes and fizzles out in the water. And that is going to be her turn. Eric.
Okay. I'm gonna swim up towards. Does this put me into the hunger radius?
The hunger radius.
right below.
No, you have tentacles. That's fine.
And then with those same tentacles, I'm gonna reach out to the little guy on the beach with a tentacle, grappling attack.
Okay.
Yeah. I have
Tentacles reach that far?
Yeah, 15. Yep.
Dang.
Let's see here. I did roll an 11 to hit.
That misses.
Nice. Okay. I think with a bonus action, I will move my seal about 10 feet diagonally towards myself.
Okay.
And then
You pull
I
it
think-
closer.
no, it's the healing spirit.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I
It's
missed
like-
I missed that attack against the little guy.
Correct. Gotcha. Okay.
But I can use a bonus action to move the healing spirit around. So now, on my turn,
You now have control of the spirit too.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just gave you didn't before, but I just gave you control, so you can move it now without me.
Take some healing. Okay, cool. The
Okay.
octopus is healed up.
Is that everything for your turn? Brackle, or whatever your name is? Eric.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. Brackle Baff. That's why I said Brackle, because you were going next.
Okay, so I'm within the tough terrain or difficult terrain area.
Correct.
Let's see.
Correct.
Okay, so I can go 10 feet. Okay, so 1. Then let's see. If you'll allow me for my 2 attacks, I'll just make 1. If I'm able to grab this little man and just throw it at the big guy. That's my rock.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
I like that.
Come on, roll decent. 2 plus 9. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yes.
Roll an athletics check.
Okay. Okay. It
I'm
actually
gonna
is
roll
really good
athletics for
athletics.
him too. Yeah, you should be fine.
It's a natural 20 plus 9.
Cool. Yeah, with a jeez, with a natural 20, you can throw this creature, and I will let you take your second attack.
I don't want to.
You just beat your chest.
Yeah.
Getting cocky. Yeah.
Does the little guy die or what? If he doesn't die, I'll just pick him back up and throw him at him again.
He absolutely dies. Yeah, he
Okay.
absolutely dies.
No, I'm good.
'Cause they would both take that. Yeah, he just is obliterated. He like throwing a piece of chalk at a brick wall, just dust on the side of the larger golem's side. And this
I'm
guy,
happy with that.
now he is starting to just shed rubble. He is not creating other monsters now that he is going. He's getting smaller, but he is not creating smaller creatures. And he's just kind of like,
Is he small enough to fit inside the dome now?
he is completely in the dome. Yes.
That's good and bad. Mostly good.
Teth.
I have a question, DM.
Yes.
Actually, I have two questions. One of them is less game breaking than the other. As a mage slayer, would Teth know what that spell is that Urzak used?
Make an Arcana check.
Death is our Arcana. master.
Oi! How's a 10? Roll a 5 plus 5.
You would probably have seen it before. You've lived long enough to see this used. You don't know what components are needed to create this type of magic, and you haven't the slightest clue what is inside of that dome.
I think what's
Okay.
really funny about that is that he doesn't know. Which the answer is a pickled octopus tentacle, but there's like
Yeah.
literally an octopus right there, like wriggling around. I can't remember. What is it?
Hmm.
Um,
Milky white tentacles. Yum.
and the second question that I have that is just trying to gauge the DM's perspective on this. So above game, Hunger of Hadar creates difficult terrain.
Mhm.
Right? Would that be amplified by plant growth, which is not classified as difficult terrain?
I would
So
say that you would be under both. Yes. Because they're
Okay.
two different types of terrain.
That's a lot.
So
Because you're restricted
So-
by the vines and you're also being grabbed by the tentacles. So it's like
so
it'd be
if-
different if it was like Urzok put tentacles down and then you put tentacles down. It's like double down on tentacles. Tentacles aren't that strong. Tentacles and
theoretic-
grasping vines for sure.
So theoretically, his movement's cut in half because it's difficult terrain. So if he was at 40, he'd go to 20. And then for every 4 foot, it's 1 foot. So he can move 5 feet if he has 40 feet. Is that
Correct.
appropriate math? Okay.
He is
So
taking an 8th movement currently. Both of them.
Is he is completely concealed, but he's like, as far as I know, I don't know how far in the bubble he is.
You
Or can I
based
kinda see
on based on how he has been shedding rock, you would assume that he is within 5 feet of his actual location. This one you can see out of the side of the dome a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna move right there. So 5 feet,
Nice.
which is half my movement. Actually more than half my movement, I think. And I'm going to, because I've been reading it over and over and over, and it has no size stipulation.
Nope.
Going to cast Thunder Smite as a bonus action,
Okay.
and I'm going to try and fucking punch that boy back into the center of the dome.
Fuck him up.
So I have to hit first. Oh yeah, that's a natural 19 plus 9, 28.
Yeah, that hits.
He has to make a, which he's probably pretty good at, strength 18 save.
That's a
Okay.
natural 1. That's a natural 1 on that strength save. Holy shit. Okay.
So
Ooh.
he is
Big time
He's,
fail.
he's
Yeah.
knocked back 10 feet
Okay.
and
10
knocked
feet.
prone. Or maybe it's he
Oh.
gets knocked back 5 feet or like 2 feet, but he's knocked prone.
Oh.
I don't know how that would work.
Hold on. They need cold damage from Hunger of Hadar.
It's at the
They've-
start of their turn.
It's
Yeah.
at the end of their turn too, I think.
It's the start and the end of their turn. They're different effects.
But this being
What's the
Teth's
effect on the end of their
turn,
turn?
this being
Uh,
Teth's turn, it doesn't
At the
matter.
end of the turn, they both need to make saves. Dex saves. Well, one fails and one succeeds. Say this one was the
So-
first roll. So he takes retroactive 2d6
Cold damage was 10,
cold damage.
and I guess you
Okay.
can roll. I guess you can roll for my spell Barlos.
Well, I thought that we forgot about it. I forgot about it. All right, what's the Damage on that, Teth.
Let's see. 23.
Teth, how do you want to do this?
Oh boy.
Ooh,
There's
ooh.
something I really want to do. I don't know if Teth would do it, but it would be cinematic in it, and it's a death, so why not? He's just gonna. And if this is how the game ends, then so be it. But he's gonna he's gonna kind of feel that connection with Talos, and just instinctively grab the orb, and then basically like cup it in his hand, almost like some weird brass knuckles, or like holding fucking a roll of coins. I'm just gonna fucking just punch the shit out of it.
Uh,
I'll time that orb as use.
Yep.
okay, so
Yep.
just to be sure, you are accepting things beyond aesthetic by doing this, correct?
Yes, take the
What do you think,
gamble.
guys?
Take the
What do you think?
gamble.
Vern's
Okay,
far
I'll do
enough
it.
away that I'm sure I'll survive a residual blast.
Hey, you know what? If I die, then game's over.
Make I think you're good at these anyway. Make a Constitution saving throw. In roll 20, please.
Let me roll it.
Ooh, and roll 20.
Oh,
We can all see it. Moment of truth. Does this campaign go on?
yeah,
Holy
it
roller.
explodes, and then it's the next cleansing. All right, guys, I got a +8.
There are
When I
now
roll it-
two wilds areas.
Yeah, exactly. So
This is something that I
gonna-
did not expect to happen
yeah,
for
this
at
is
least
one of
another couple months. This is going to be so cool if this works.
I feel like it's gonna roll bad, guys. I'm just gonna let you know right now. Did not roll bad.
Ooh.
Thank
Hey.
Okay.
Cling!
The DC that you needed to meet was 23.
Oh,
Whoa.
Wow.
Holy.
You can arc the same amount of damage, lightning damage. Or no, it was thunder, right? Thunderous smite. The same amount of thunder damage to another creature of your choice within 30 feet of the original target.
Okay, so I
Ooh.
can theoretically hit the other guy at the bottom, right?
You can.
Yeah, yeah, I'll do that. Teth was not expecting that. But then just kind of is like an instinct, right? Like he fucking smacks the shit out of this guy, and then feels the energy keep moving through. So then he just kind of arcs it.
It's
right?
almost like you feel like if you've ever done a trust fall, like when you fall back and the moment when you feel that person catching you and just like so much relief. That's what it feels like. You hit the first guy and it's just like Talos just catches you and pushes you back into the fight, and it just like extends that thunder damage through the first one, just obliterates this guy, and pushes the thunder damage down to this guy as well.
Boy. So there's just mechanically, so I can understand this, the damage that I did for the hit, or was it something based on the roll for the damage that carries through?
It is whatever damage you did to the first target replicated to the second target.
Okay, they just happen to be similar numbers, so 23.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty sweet.
So
So that happened.
Teth, how do you want to do this the second time?
I think you just see it's like at this point he's trying to like I don't know, trying to control it or like channel it, I guess.
Yeah.
And is just going to be streaming from his right arm just into the column of slurping noises.
Into the slurp.
Yeah, just kind of at this point, he's probably
The
like,
slurp.
it's a lot, so he's like trying to like brace his arm.
Mm-hmm. Urzak and Vern out the back end of this dome out here. You just see a tiny flash of white light and a bunch of rocks just fly out the side of the dome, just out into the air. Yeah, Teth, you just cleared the board, my friend.
Amazing.
Ooh,
Nice.
Pep doesn't have adrenaline, but I do.
That's awesome.
Teth, looking at the orb now, all of the pearlescence that was lost when you gave it to Urzak for those moments, all of it is back, and the center of it almost looks clear, like it's clarifying in your hand. You can see almost it's still pretty hazy, but you can almost see through, like you're looking through a thick fabric. You can see through the other side of the orb just barely, but you could not before.
I'm typing that. That's awesome.
And we can leave initiative order.
Ooh wee.
If we do, like within the next maybe 4 turns, or sorry, 8 turns of combat, equivalent. So I've got 4 more heals on the spirit.
Oh yeah, anybody that needs healing, run through the healing seal real quick.
Come get your healing.
I have,
So-
I have bad news, guys. I can't get rid of this plant growth.
The healing seal is
You just ruined an ecosystem. It's just this lake is now destroyed.
probably the
Uh,
opposite. It probably like fucking words gave it life again, like reanimated it.
Imagine that, wouldn't it, like all that plant life? I guess I don't really know biology, but wouldn't it like increase the temperature of that water if there's just like a bunch of plant growth? Is that
Yes,
yeah, that-
transpiration? I don't teach science. I don't remember these terms.
It'll
There's
sort
definitely a lot
itself
more
out
plants
eventually.
to fight for the nutrients that are available there, but
Just so we're clear, Barlos, like if you were gonna say, if you say I feel pretty good, you have a good con, and I knew I had to roll a 23, I 100% would have said I'm fucked. Like
that brings up a good moral point, right? So as a DM, or I guess as players, are you like the other day when Urzak used the Duggar's tome to copy the journal, and it was a success and it helped? If I had told him he only had one use, Donovan, you said that Urzak would not have done it.
I think Urzak would have done it. But I think my fucking hoarding, saving all my
You would
rocket
not
ammo
have-
for the final
right.
boss. Yeah,
So is it better to know what the stakes are and roll, or roll blind and just take the gamble?
Like
say roll
rolling
blind.
blind. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think roll naturally more on the conservative side. You know,
I
just
like
as
knowing
human
the
beings.
stakes.
Oh,
All
I
right,
will
I'll tell Andrew all of my stakes.
I feel like it's more suspenseful.
I feel like it was more of a just like I can't believe I made that fucking save. I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I can't believe you did either.
Yeah.
Because what do you have?
I have a plus
Oh, you have
8.
a +8. It's not
And I
bad.
rolled
That's
16.
that's pretty high. I saw that and I was like, oh man, because if you had failed, you would have taken that extra damage yourself
Huh. I have
and been blown
Still
back.
not. Yeah, it's still not cataclysmic. Creating a second wilds, though. You know, like not that
Right,
level of.
right. Not yet. We don't have a fully clarified orb.
Yep.
Just would have
Hmm.
been bounced back into Daddy Kong's arms, I guess.
Yep. That's right.
Or Flynn.
Daddy.
Come here, baby robot.
Yep.
I am actually gonna have to end early because I might have to go in and get Archer.
Yeah.
No worries.
Good.
But
Monday.
really, it is Monday without fail. But before that happens, so this is all happening. Dust is settling. The ice is starting to break apart and melt. Where Urzak had frozen the thing. Is Hunger of Hadar still up?
This
was-
lake is so it's ruined, guys. We destroyed it.
Just messed up beyond repair.
Lots of plant life. Then we froze it. Then we like summoned, Lovecraftian demons. It's just a mess.
It's just concentration, so you can drop concentration.
Yeah, he would have taken it down eventually, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna also go back to Eric.
Okay.
But yeah, come get your heals. I've got 4 more charges, so Teth and
I took a charge.
Urzak. So you're full health, Urzak.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm all good.
Let's
Yep.
see how Teth does.
I'll take 2.
2, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking 2 should work. And then I'll take the last one. Vern and Brackle are good to go.
I'm
right?
good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So things are clearing. Dust is settling. That was a harrowing experience for everybody involved for different reasons. Urzak used negative energy maybe for the first time in his life, at least the first time in many, many years. Teth just experienced an otherworldly deity encounter without really knowing what was going on. Eric experienced having 8 limbs at the same time. So many different reasons. And as everything settles, you hear footsteps
Everybody get ready
coming
again.
from. Yeah, everybody ready themselves. You hear footsteps coming from the west, from where everything was coming from.
Wait,
And
are you
I mean,
serious?
East?
no,
No,
the
I thought you
east.
just
Oh, God
Okay.
damn it!
I thought you were joking.
From the
I was
east.
like,
No, I was not joking. I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, I'm
Uh,
still a monkey.
Maybe that's part of this forest,
Oh,
like
are
you
you?
lose your sense of direction.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
get it for
all-
an hour.
Like, what is east? What is west?
Yeah, he's awake. And as you look over, this little guy runs out. Oh, not a little guy. He's a larger guy.
Fireball.
And he just looks around and he says, I know you. I'll get him.
Brackle?
Wait.
Bracklebat?
Yeah, who
And-
do you say that to?
What's that armpit smell from the east?
And he'll say, I recognize you. And he is looking down at Urzak.
Oh.
And that's where we'll end the session tonight.
Given that reaction, maybe this will require another one-on-one meeting before we
Yeah.
talk to
No,
this
no,
guy.
I actually don't know who the fuck this is. At no
do
fault
know?
of my own.
No, Urzak would not recognize him. No.
Oh, okay.
How much time is left on the
It's this
water
baby.
walk? Remember that was an hour when we started prepping?
Probably
Oh.
like 55 minutes. So
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I would say
I'm
50,
met with
45 minutes.
45. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
Thinking of water breathing. Never mind.
Yeah, I have that too, but
So I was thinking of the
I
wrong
wonder
hours.
how long that one is.
Healing seal is best boy.
Oh yeah, 6th level healing seal is great. And he arfs every time he heals you.
Oh, perfect. All right. That is the end of the session tonight, guys. Great session. That was fun.
Yay.
A water
We
breathing.
got through a whole combat.
I feel like I didn't do shit. I didn't do fucking anything. You guys did all the killing.
Hey, you did several d6 cold damage from your milky tentacles.
That's right.
Several.
Vern
And
was
now
proud
your
as
body's
being
all
used
burned.
as a
I am.
mysterious
Yeah.
object.
Yeah, how does this guy recognize me? I'm charred. He's mistaking me for another person.
That's true. Oh, you must have been somebody else. I'm so sorry. So sorry. All right, guys. You guys have a good night.
All right.
Cheers.
See ya.
See ya.
Night.
Bye.